It's Angel Crafts. She's finally here on YouTube now. Let's give her a...
Hey everyone, welcome to Angel's Crafts. Welcome back for those that are coming back. Hi for those who've never been here before. Today I'm doing a Resincrete project for our local little community shop. I've been asked to do some Halloween decorations, and because some of them are going in the window, it's much easier to do them in Resincrete so that you don't get any fading on the resin. Because it's for Halloween, I thought I would do up some coffins and little bits and pieces. I'm using the Resincrete 1-to-1, as you saw. No, I'm not, it's not 1-to-1. Brain's not working today. It's the Resincrete 3-to-1, 100 grams powder to 30 grams of water. I'm using red and black, as I just showed you. I've done a lot of Resincrete projects recently, but it's all for the greater good, for Halloween. You're bound to be getting fed up with these Halloween videos, even though it's only not even Halloween yet. So I am going to measure up I can't remember the numbers, and I can't see them because of the jar. Not the jar, measuring jug even. It's 103. It's 103. So it'll be 30 of water. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. I can't find my little whisk, so I'm going to use a little blue stick. The little blue stick is just slightly better than nothing, I suppose. I just washed all my moulds and my whisk from my last project, and I can't remember where I put it. So I'm just going to give this a nice little stir. Very quick little stir. And I think it seemed just a little bit too watery, in my opinion, so I just added a tiny sprinkle more of the powder. I'm going to make the little ghosty and the little pumpkin with a hat at the same time. Just obviously because I need them for the little shop. So these will go in the shop. I've also been asked to help with the community Halloween project on obviously Halloween, duh. Our town has Halloween night, and a lot of the shops in town open from, I think it's 4:30 till 7, so all the kids can go around trick-or-treating safely rather than going to people's doors. And I've been asked by the community shop to help with Halloween, so I get to dress up and go out letting kids get sweeties. I'm making up some more because that 100ml, the first 100ml there, was for the little ghosty, because I want it in pure white. And I decided to make up, I think 200? No, must be 300. Yeah, 300 for the next lot. And I have no idea why I put some in one cup and then tipped it into another cup, by the way. Just in case you're wondering why I put it in one cup and then tipped it into the another. Not got a clue. No idea. So I'm making up some more, and I'll keep one on the side. because I know I'm going to need a lot for this project. And I cannot see. I have the 405 and 300. So start with the 300, and this will be, hopefully this will be for the coffins. I don't know, I can't remember. I should have watched the video through before I started doing the voiceover. I watched it through 3 times already because I had to work out all the edit points and everything and where I wanted it speeded up, but I can't even remember. I think I split it up a little bit so I can do the pumpkin first, and then I start working on the coffins. Oh well, if you like this kind of weirdness, or at least enjoying it, if you haven't subscribed already but you keep finding yourself coming back to watch more, please hit that like button or hit the subscribe button, please, and then you'll be notified when I'm posting more dumbness. The Resincrete and the resin and all that's good. The dumbness is me. Yes, I'm splitting it up, so I'm going to do black for his hat, and then I'll do orange and, no, I'll do red and add a little bit of yellow so that it's orange for the pumpkin. Oh my goodness. You know, if brains was chocolate, I don't think I'd have enough to fill a Smartie. So I'm gonna mix this in, but I was thinking I wanted to do it, you know, the marble effect, but it didn't quite come out the marble effect. But I'll do the hat first. Let that sit a minute while I mix up the rest with the red and yellow. And that way I can make an orange. Jeez Louise, man, my brain is not working today. Nope, definitely not working properly today. Okay, no, that's it. My brain's just completely left the building. You can see me sitting there twiddling my fingers thinking, what am I doing next? I can't remember. So even then I was having a bad memory day. I found that I had a little bit left over of the black, so I grabbed another mould, and I thought, well, I'll just do one of these like drip moulds, but I'll use Resincrete for it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so sorry about that. I choked on a little bit of water. How professional. I'll move that mould up to the top as well, and I'll just, whatever leftovers I've got from doing these coffin pieces. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to, no, I'm not, oh, no, oh my goodness. I'm going to do the orange first for the pumpkin, then I'll move on to the coffins. Oh, my brain is just so not working today. So I'm putting the red in, and I'm just giving the yellow a good shake, putting some drips of yellow in. I think I put 4 in there, maybe ish. But went more of a pinky yellow, pinky orange than an orange, so a wee bit more yellow. Gave it a good stir. When you're making up Resincrete, like when you're making up resin, while you're stirring the powder and water together, always make sure to scrape your sides and scrape your bottom, because you don't want any unmixed powder. And would you credit it, I didn't have enough, so quick make up some more. stick it in. And that one's rather whitish looking. I know I'm going to be using darks in the coffins, so I don't mind scraping a little bit pinkish white in there. Oh, dearie me, got up a dry throat today. I'm adding the red and black, and I'm going to marble that through. I quite like the marble effect, especially when it's got that tiny little hint of pink in it. No, pink's not really a good thing for a deep, dark, gothic-y type coffin, but hey, doesn't matter. So, first things first, the coffin lid. And I love the way that colours come out. Black, pink, it's kind of grey in there. It's really cool. If you were making coffins, what colours would you use? You could comment down below and tell me what kind of colours you would use. So that was the first lid for the coffin. And I'm now faffing a little because I wanted to put it on the scales, but then I didn't want to put it on the scales. I don't know why I didn't just move the scales. So I'm such a bright potato. So this one came out a little more reddy pink than black. But once it's finished, it still looks quite good. I like it anyway. Look at that colour in the cup. That's so cool. I'll put that over to the side and I'll crack that once it's dried and put it in my see, now I can't remember what you call it. Oh, look at that. Oh, nearly knocked down the pumpkin. How close was that? But I managed to get the lid off without spilling it. Alright, I lie. There's a tiny little bit side. Oh dear. And my coffin's got a little bit of a sag to the side, so I'm trying to put the cup to the side to stop it from sagging too much. But that cup's not quite heavy enough, so I'll get my drip mould, not the one with the Resincrete in it, but the one with the resin in it that's still got a little bit to go. Put that at the side instead. And that's one coffin lid. Where did I? Oh no, that wasn't a coffin lid, that was a coffin and a coffin lid. Okay. Duh me. I'm just going around checking for little bubbles to make sure that there aren't any trapped under there, so that it's bubble free when it's released. Spoiler, there's still bubbles in it. I'm just scraping some for this side so that to make sure that it doesn't start to seep over the edge. And we'll just fast forward the rest, because all I'm going to do now is make up some more Resincrete, and I'm going to use the same colours, but I just didn't want to bore you with this. I can't get my scales to set. There we go, that's better. Has anybody ever noticed how bubbly that your Resincrete goes when you put water on top of it like that? It's like a little bubble factory. Resincrete thinks it's fizzy carbonated juice. It just pops bubbles everywhere. Oh, and by the way, I found my whisk, if you hadn't noticed. Don't know where I found it, can't remember. But I found my whisk. I prefer mixing with the whisk because it makes it slightly smoother. Hang only knows why I keep lifting the blue spatula to help stir it. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this on the ×2 and just do the same with the top coffin lid even, and the coffin. And in that one you can see this side that's next to the M from the DM, the Carpe Diem. It's got a slight sag in it as well, so I'll put stuff against that once I've poured it. Goodness, that's a lot of stirring, even on 2 speeds. Look at that, I've got it all over my finger. Such a messy puppy I am. Baby wipes to the rescue. Oh, I'm an absolute messy totty. So I am. Right, come on woman. Pick up the speed. No, pick up the pace. Let's get this colour poured. And as I said, we'll go with the black and red again. And a wee hint of yellow. But it doesn't matter how you do it. You always end up getting a slight difference in the way it looks. Because both Resincrete and resin never look the same twice. You can't get exactly the same pattern. Because they've both got a mind of their own. As some people say, resin does as resin pleases. Or resin does as resin wants. Resincrete's the same. Resincrete does as Resincrete wants when you're marbling like this. Why am I splitting it into another cup? Oh, I don't know, I can't remember. I think that was just extras. Or was it because I was going to do the cat? I don't think you should leave maybe a week between doing a project and then doing the voiceover. Not when you've got a dodgy memory. Okay, so then goes the red. And we'll give that a stir. Oh, we're going full on red with that one. Okay, full on red it is. Aha, full on red with black marble. Ah, see? Do a little cross. And there we go. It's marbled. And this one, I can't pour with my left hand, so I have to move it to the right hand. As for the coffin lid, and top up the back of this one, because it was just a tiny bit too short. A little tappy on the table, and then leftovers in the mould. What is it? Drip mould. Alright, Resincrete drip mould. Right, on to the next one. Next one. Oh, on to the next body. Nope. It's not a body. Ah, my goodness, it's a coffin. On to the next coffin box part. For some reason that black does not like coming out the wall. And I see red and black in all 3 of those items already, and you see the differences in them. You're never really going to guarantee getting the exact same pour out of anything that you do, whether it's resin or Resincrete, because they all pour so differently. Now, time to give it a little tappy wuppy, and that is my tiny isopropyl bottle, my tiny little spray bottle, and a silicone jug just to try and straighten the sides a bit, and the rest can go in the drip mould, which is nearly almost full actually. You'll see that one when it's finished. And then I thought this was close at hand, so I thought I would do this, and just didn't have enough to fill it, but that was the last thing I was going to do, so I decided just to leave it as it was, not fill it anymore after I'd scraped it all out. Little alien. I thought that I'll just I'll give it a little back coat of resin when it's demoulded. So once I've done this, I will come back for the demould, and then, oh my goodness, hubby's home and the bellies is barking at him, and you will hear him, and he's leaving him coming in. So where was I? Yeah, that was Ray just getting home from work, and Bella's having a little bark session at him, and I just bounced this a little bit to try and get it down into the little grooves and everything so that it's bubble free, and I will be back momentarily. Oh, I'm back. As you can see, I demoulded the alien. I was just getting some of the little sharpness off the edge of him, and his tail snapped. Woohoo! I was gutted, but I'll keep him. Now everything else here's ready, and I will demould it all. I can't remember what I start with. Alright, yeah, start with the drip. This is a drip mould. Wait till you see how cute this is. I'm not letting you see it yet. Hide the little faces. Yes, it's got faces, but it's nothing to do with Halloween. Look at those little kitty kits. Oh, the little kitties. They're black kitty, a black and red kitty, and a black and white red kitty. Now, I was really worried about demoulding these because they're thin side, and I didn't want the sides to snap. So I'm fussing about a bit. Worried that I'm gonna snap the sides, but I don't, as you'll see in a moment. And a gentle little wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There you go. Now that one's went more black on the inside than the colour it had on the outside, which is a little sad. And this is the big lid. And very carefully taking it out. Oh no, it's not the big lid, it's one of the small lids. And it's got some pigment dye in it. And you get that off quickly so it doesn't stain the mould. Baby wipes are a godsend. Scrubby scrub, cleany clean. Couldn't quite get it in between the lines, so I'll just use a little bit of isopropyl just to help clean it out a bit. Didn't quite get it all out, but I cleaned it up after. And there you go, that was me just pointing out two little bubbles. look at that vortex swirl. Now I'm going to decorate the little emblem on it so that it's easier to see. Pop them off to the side and move on to the next one. I'm not quite as scared taking this one out as I was the first one, but as you can see, just as easy, but still doing it delicately so I don't snap the sides. And then a little pull. That one came out a lot easier than the other one. I don't know why I had to do that, but I do that 2 or 3 times, run my finger across the cross. Just shaving off gently the little bits on the edges. And here's the big lid. This big lid doesn't have a pattern on it. And there we go, first bubble. Second bubble. And in the top there, a little black bit looks like a bubble, but it's not, it's just a little bit of the black. Resincrete paste. I absolutely am not wording today. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Comment what colours you would have done yours in if you were doing these coffins. I've decided I'm going to put something on top of the coffin, and I have a mould that's got unicorns and roses on it, and I had one of the roses left over from a project a while ago, so I decided I was going to put that on. It's a lovely purple. I then move everything out the road, put it down. I'm gonna demold the pumpkin and the ghostie, but you've seen the pumpkin and ghostie before, so you know what they look like. I then discovered that that lid does not fit the small coffins. It's slightly too big, which means I'm gonna have to do the big coffin to fit it, and that means I need to do another lid for the small coffin. I can't remember if I actually did that on video or if I did that off video, but you will see them all, and then you'll see them all in the glamour shots as well. I'm just making sure that the lids definitely fit. So there's the big coffin for the big coffin lid. I didn't quite think the coffin lid was that much bigger, so I didn't think it would be a problem, but it was too big, so I'm going to have to do another lid for the smaller coffin and do the bigger coffin. So here comes Pumpkin with his little hat. He got a little marble effect on it, which was kind of cool. No bubbles. Nice and clean and fresh. I don't know why I had to pick them back up. I just picked them back up for some reason. Put the mould back in the right way. Always put your moulds back in the right way, because you'll end up with long-term damage to them. And here's our little white ghostie. A little bubble on the bottom of there. I don't know how that happened. Bubbles are usually kept at the side. And always remember to give your little skull a squeeze. Squeeze that skull. Geez, that looks like hard work, but it's not that hard. It comes off very easily. There he is. And yes, I squeezed it, but I still got a little bubble right in the middle of his chin, so it looks like he's got a little cleft chin. I can't remember what you call that. butt chin, something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. But there's a little ghostie, and my little pumpkin, and the 3 coffins. These will all be going down to the community art shop, arts and crafts, part of our local town newspaper. And I will highlight the cross in both the coffins and the decoration on the top of that coffin lid when I get back after they've dried out a bit, because Resincrete needs to dry a little. Oh goodness, words. Needs to dry out some. So I'm putting these all on the tray. There we go. And don't forget my little kitties. Yes, more cats. More cats. Guess what? There's even more cats at the end as well, because I used the cat mould again. All I seem to do on my extras just now is cats and frogs. Oh, excuse me. I will come back. I'll go away. I keep saying I'll come back, but I still haven't left yet. But I will be back. And then I can't remember now. Yeah, that's me telling you that I'm going to do the decoration stuff, and I'll put that rose on the top of that coffin lid. Oh my goodness. If you've survived this long, I am so sorry. You're a very brave person having to put up with this. Oh my goodness. This video is longer than I thought it was. Well, this part of the video is anyway. But I'll come back with the glamour shots once I've finished letting these dry out and then putting the decorations on them, and you will see all the pretty stuff. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe.
Dragon's tail, a shimmer, a spark, creating magic, lighting the dark. With pigments swirling, oceans rise, art that dazzles, hypnotizes.